Morning. We're back live here. Gonna do a shortish morning stream, just on carbs. First of all, we should have these experiments done. So this doesn't seem great. It looks like it got stuck. Lambda gamma are good. I might have messed up the score or something. Oh, you know what I did? No, I know what I did. Okay, that's on me. Yeah, I forgot. That's my bad. So if I go into carbs, yeah. All right. So it did not necessarily completely fail. The heck? This should be cached. But fine. I changed the search scales a little bit, and that's gonna mess that up. Or just do like this, and we'll see if that goes better. We'll see how that goes. Now, in the meantime, we have some issues with, I believe, our evals. Really? Uh, oh, so something bizarro happened here. Okay. Or six. Oh, wait. This silly. I think we're just gonna change. We'll move oblate to demo. Okay, so this is our, this is running here. Does this finish its run or does this get stuck? Could I ask why you don't use VS Code instead of Vim? I used VS Code for 1.5 years and I hated it. This is lighter weight. It goes directly on my container. Did my camera just freeze? Alright, I'm on. Yeah, it's lighter weight, doesn't get in my way, does everything I need. Easier to like tile windows around, have different windows SSH to different machines and stuff. It just is easier. I just don't need the stuff that VS Code has, and this is lighter weight. So I'm always going to use the lightest weight thing that does what I need. I mean, they're great programmers that'll be editing stuff and whatever. Heck, there are people that use, you know, vanilla Emacs. I used vanilla no plugins Vim for like 7 or 8 years. This is NeoVim with a grand total of 2 plugins. The only one that makes a really big difference is SuperMaven, which is single line LLM code completes. It doesn't like implement whole functions for you or anything. It's a typing buff, essentially. Kind of works as an LSP as well because it'll like, you know, it'll make sure that you get the right variable names and whatnot. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Actually, an LLM with an integrated LSP would be amazing. That would be really nice. Somebody should do that. Free startup idea. GPT wrapper that's integrated with an actual LSP so it never suggests stuff that doesn't make sense. Okay, so we can reproduce right here this this hang. This is pretty weird, to be honest. Let me see this. So if I go into, first of all, let's do that. This is a mature file now. This will be our demo. The demo doesn't even work in this branch. I mean, it's just very effortless, as you can see, for me to navigate around and do stuff here. Okay, so what we'll do is, let's see this. I'm trying to figure out why this hangs. Well, that's bizarre. It's just going to keep running eval loops and not getting any data points back. How's that possible? It shouldn't be, because eval train, right? Huh. Something's bizarro here. And this doesn't make sense to me. Once we fix this, my hope is that it'll be easy to just fix across all the M's and finish running all our baselines. Because you can see it's training here. Right, that score is the win rate. So it's got a 92% win rate here versus our scripted bot. And what the heck is this? Like, what is going on here? Batch size. That's so confusing. Elapsed 5306. Well, that doesn't change. Evaluate. Oh no, it does. Global step goes up as well. How is there just no data coming back from the environment here? We were getting data all through training, right? So eval, train, eval, train, eval, train, right? We do eval a bunch. It should be adding eval stats in here, right? Data.stats. I guess what I can do is, if I do 131, I think this works in PDB. It works in GDB. Welcome, YouTube folks. We're currently figuring out why some of our environments don't seem to be... They infinitely loop at the end of training during the data collection step, where you're trying to get a very good, accurate estimate of the policy quality. And that's very important for carbs, for our hyperparameter tuning. So I'm trying to fix up all the environments, so essentially they all have a nice, sane score metric. And I can run our hyperparam stuff across all the environments. And we can get good baselines for all of our environments, and at the same time, we get tests in for our awesome new hyperparameter sweep algorithm. Which my hope is that this is just going to like crush everything in the field. It looks really good so far from the initial results. Okay, so I put this breakpoint there, right? We don't hit it. We still don't hit it. Oh, there we go. There's data. Look at that. We got right there. Right there. Data.stats. Forget metric. Am I blind here? Oh, wait. Oh, I see. That's interesting. Hold on. All right. Let me see here. So, this is this is just a name mismatch is all that this is. Um, we get episode return and length and such from here. Let me put this away. This one is SSH'd in. I think I can put one of the guys in the Discord probably on standardization, but I gotta fix the logging at least. And then this should give us, we should be able to actually run some good experiments just off of this. Okay, so right here, this is where it appends infos here. But then I think that we changed the keys. Yeah, we changed the keys here. How the heck does this work for our other environments, come to think of it? Wait, I'm gonna mute toggle here, there's a little background noise. Trying to see how Pong is working here, because I don't think any of them should work currently like this. There we go. Look at that. 7, 8. We get all the points. We'll see how long the eval takes, but you know, this looks reasonable. We'll do this. And let's see, that should work, and that should fix a lot of the environments. We just remove the bad sweep metric from it. Interested to see how many steps this will eval for. Did you have a chance to repro the issue I had with Puffer Palm? Here, let me go look right now for you. This thing evaluates 6 million steps, but I guess that's fine. It's quick enough. So that's fixed. Let me save this. Wait. See how this goes. Seems to work fine for me. I see the Discord. There was what bug you reported. Dude, what is this? That's a question mark. That's what I'd like to know. This is like brand new programmer. Yo, Captain, what's the issue? How do I repro this? I'm on 2.0 branch. Well, I told him 4 is down. Just try to train with it? I did. Do I have to rebuild? They build cleanly. They've got like these struct errors are not important. It's basically just me not filling, like, that shouldn't even be a warning. It's me using default values. Pip install dot dash e dot does work. It's just slower because it also does all the pip packages. Okay, so this still works. I'll do the full thing to see if I screwed up any Python depths. I don't think I should have, though. Do you know if anything changed? Because it really shouldn't have. Oh, yeah. Hold on. It's, I screwed up this container. Dash m pip install actually dot. There we go. I got all sorts of Python versions on this because I've been doing Isaac Gym things for client. I should probably do, yeah, I'll be doing stuff for one of the two clients today. We'll see which one. I actually asked Chung real quick, what should I do next? Yeah, Captain, it's in the ablation branch. You can try it. I guess I'll probably need to do a little Isaac Gym stuff later today. Okay, so this pip install, I'm gonna try this one more time. The only thing I can think of is, what's your NumPy version? I did change, I unpinned NumPy. That's the only thing I could think of. So maybe it screws up with the new version of NumPy or somehow. That's the only thing I can think of, though. If you find it, I'll gladly change that, but I can't repro it on this. Okay, I have no idea. If you figure out what it is, try the old compiler, try, some stuff. If you figure out what it is, I will gladly fix it because Puffer should compile on like everything. The heck? Okay, so let's fix up most of these configs real quick. Do we have the metric in here? You score. Yeah, this is good. Don't need this, redundant. I haven't used this one yet. I forgot we had that env. That's a nice little test env. Yeah, Captain, we can play around with that little. There's a little continuous test env in there that you could also add a discrete continuous to. It's really, really simple, and it would probably be a nice just test of whether discrete, like continuous, can be made easy as discrete. Should train in like seconds. If you want to clean it up. I mean, we're gonna want to have. I mean, pretty much like a lot of the science side work. Initially, I just need people to clean up these configs and stuff and like get the experiments running. And like, make sure stuff isn't screwy with them. And then what we'll do, this is sweep.parameters. Sweep.env. I think it's still called uniform. Yeah, sweep and okay, and then it needs a mean and a scale. We'll pip installing, regenerate. It should, but if you don't see, I mean, if it works instantly, it's probably not. You can always just run build ext in place and see if it does anything, right? 0.5, this. There you go. That's Spencer's Go end, nice and cleaned. We'll do like this. Missing Discord stuff. Very good. Well, this thing is not working. This thing needs to be fixed, but we'll clean it up anyways in case I decide to do this. I would like to have a nice grid env. I don't know. I want to get 5 contracts going for the revenue so we can do stuff. It's kind of valuable to just be able to build a ton of things. I don't know. You need this. I mean, it's like pretty much the second I have time to actually build what I want, stuff goes really fast. All right, so we got MOBA here. What do we think about this? That. Had to run. That's kind of weird. So are you running pip install -e dot, or are you just running pip install dot? Like, that should rebuild. So something screwy happened there. So pip install dot gives you a non-editable install. I would not recommend doing that. like if you change anything locally there, it's not going to get reflected in the build. Dash E gives you the symlinks. Symlinks the current folders. It feels so good to delete these stupid dot parameters. Oh, I did 200K, dude. To 2 bill, that's fine. Is there a reason you're not using link time? Yeah, because I don't know how to set it up. Please help. Wait, does that even do anything when they're one file, right? What is there to optimize at link time? Or am I being stupid? I mean, this stuff is not taught in school, and I've been writing C for like a few months. Wrote friggin' Python for 10 years. If you look, if you find better flags for us, for just like globally for Puffer, that's awesome. I'm very happy to take that type of contribution because I don't know what I'm doing there. I really don't. Really, what do we have? Reward death is actually 0 by default. Yeah, and then a reward. O01. Oh, 01. 4.5. These being able to set the mean is really nice because you can set the mean of your search to whatever your current best hyperparameters are. That's pretty cool. All right, so that's Puffer MOBA. Neural MMO3. I love this environment. I really want to use this a whole bunch more. This environment is so awesome. I mean, really, if you think about it, this environment is the product of not that many hours of work on this specific code base, but my whole PhD. I mean, this is like 20,000 hours worth of stuff. Kind of got a PhD in how to do this, if you think about it. You really need to run this for 1 billion to see anything? I kind of doubt that. Let's do 5E8. And then we'll do max will be 1E11, which is insane. Sweep N, reward combat level. And we can just get these from here. So this is going to be 3. .5. Word item level goes to 1.3. Let's see, 1.3. And reward death is set to and do 2.5. Lovely. This is just such a nice sweep UI. We get Pong. This is now redundant because this is the default. Pi squared. We literally just need this one. Seven, maybe 3, 7. This. I hate setup tools, so I added compiler flag to setup.py. When I run buildx, nothing happens. How can I force? Just delete the build files for like a test env or whatever if you want. It's just the files are in build. You have to clear them out. It only triggers rebuild if you change the code. It doesn't trigger rebuild if you change the setup file. There might be some force option. I don't know. Bruh, yeah, I know. You need a real build system. Is a real build system versus just like figuring out how to get these flags going to confuse the majority of contributors or make their lives easier? Like seriously, is just giving them a setup.py with flags that work versus giving them a CMake file going to make their lives easier or harder? If there's a very compelling reason, we will do it, right? But like, that's what I tend to ask. It's got to be set up perfectly. I mean, I want 0 people getting a CMake error if we do that, right? There'd have to be some benefit as well. It would have to be, the final thing that we have has to be simpler than the thing that we have now. I'm not completely opposed to it, but that's the bar, right? The bar is always that like, complexity doesn't go up, complexity goes down. If you want to do infra stuff like this around Puffer, that's awesome. I'm very happy to have you doing that. But you know, if you want to do science side stuff and do like little bits of infra in between, that's also good, you know? I'm happy to onboard you to whatever. This really doesn't need to be swept, but maybe we will. I mean, it just needs mean and scale. What's the most CPU heavy ocean end? It's probably one of Spencer's ends, honestly. It's probably like Go with the frickin' AI associated with it is slower than Neural MMO3. Something like Go or Connect 4, the frickin' search-based AI opponent. Tactical is the heaviest at the moment, actually, but that's just, it's not optimized yet. I gotta get the guy that did that to come back. It's a really cool emb, and I'd love to use it. Ah, so this is why our numbers are screwy on trash pickup. I'm gonna fix that. This is too low. Right here. Shouldn't this be 0.5? I think this should be 0.5. Full triad. Very good. Yeah, they're not stealing your box as well. You get a box. Like Spencer's on 1, you're on 2. You've done enough that you deserve. You deserve to have a dev box for as long as you're actively doing stuff on Puffer. Is that simple? Major contributors get dev boxes. They don't have to fight over them. They don't have to fight over like when to run jobs. They just get a dev box. I bought the damn things, and that's what I bought them for. That applies to you folks watching as well. You can just show up and start contributing stuff, and when you do, when you're like an active contributor building M's, you just get a dev box. One of the perks. We'll be buying very many more of them very soon. Let's go check on the on this shenanigans over here. Does this take forever to eval? I'm gonna watch this a second. Oops. There's a total of 2 runs in all this time. That doesn't look right to me. Do we have, oops, what's the scroll key? Control B, and then doesn't evaluate that many steps. And this thing did, this thing is stuck somewhere. Is there a reason? Nope. I think I grabbed that argument. So a lot of the garbage in that file, I was screwing around with arguments from Conda. I was trying to match Conda args to my args so that Conda would compile would actually compile decent code. And I think it just automatically adds frapv. You're free to filter out all the garbage arguments that setup.py adds. In fact, if you probably the best thing to do is to just test speeds and stuff with our local build script, and then get those args into setup.py. And I guess you can use what's there to see how to filter the arguments, because there are a whole bunch of different places that setup.py pulls shitty arguments in from that you have to clear out. I'd really like to onboard either you or Spencer to a couple researchy things sometime in the next couple of days, if you're interested. Just so we get experiments going, you know. How far are you on the continuous stuff, by the way, for Breakout and Pong? I mean, we really are going to be. The goal is really within a couple weeks, Puffer should be a research powerhouse. I'm down to do that. Pretty much any of these evenings or whatever, we can do that. I've got a trip coming up at the end of the week where I'm going to be away on mostly vacation. So I'm probably going to work is going to be reduced down to just what I'm doing for my two clients. So that's why I wanted to ideally onboard you and Spencer before that, so you guys can be running, some experiments over that time. Okay, so Rware is hanging for some dumb reason. That continuous thing is a really good first project for you because it's a really nice self-contained research thing. That's kind of what I like to try to give people. It's give you something that gives you the experience on how to do good science, but without so many damn moving parts as there normally are. You can try it whenever you want. You can even help with you can even help with the testing of it if you want. Like, you can chuck this on your own end. You know, all my stuff's always like public, so you can just go grab the neocarbs branch of carbs and then the ablations branch here and just run it. And sweep carbs, Neptune, triple try. Cool. And token. Neocarbs. There we go. So we will watch these. I just want to make sure that they're not getting stuck for a couple minutes. These both have score. This is going to be so awesome. Neocarbs. And there it goes. There's the second job. So, max training speed with Puffer is going to be about 1,000,000, but these algorithms are allowed to search through more expensive bits of the space. They do pay for it, though. They do actually pay for it. Like, the algorithm is charged, essentially, for doing this stuff. So we go, oh, nope, let's not do that. That's bad. Only this window can do that. Centimux. And all right, now we got neocarbs, triple triad, and connect 4. Lovely. This is great. Oh, yo, you know what we could do for carbs? Wait. I just had an awesome idea. This only works with Neptune. But you know what we can do for carbs? Is like, oh, man, we should not do this for the baselines because it makes stuff a little bit harder to reproduce. But what we can do is we can just, let's say that we're trying to get a new environment working, and we keep the environment consistent, right? That's important. But, we're just screwing around with hyperparameters and architectures and stuff. What we can do is we can make everything a hyperparameter and we just run our experiments, right? And then we can have Neptune download all of our data whenever we run a new sweep and fit the carbs model to that data. So like we are going to start it off with a carbs model that's fit to literally all of our runs. Dude, that'd be awesome. Holy. Can you imagine that? You're doing like experiments on something for like a couple weeks and you accumulate like a few thousand experiments, but every single experiment you make makes your carbs hyperparam stuff better. That'd be awesome. That's so easy to do with Neptune as well. Because you don't even have to like upload the carbs model or anything. You just have to upload you just have to download the hyperparameters. Dude, that's gonna be great. Holy, I cracked it, man. That's it. That's how we're gonna do it. We don't have to do anything fancy to have like carbs work multi-node or anything. We just have to use their data download API. Oh, that's gonna be great. That's gonna be great. You couldn't change. Yeah, you could though. Because you'd add the policy architecture to the hyperparameters. The only thing that you'd have to do is up front, you'd have to specify everything. You just have to specify everything up front. Or alternatively, if it's possible, maybe after you do runs, right? Maybe it's a SQL database. Maybe you can add a column, right? Maybe you can just like add a column for like, oh yeah, hidden dim, right, in your network. And then just set it to whatever you have the default for all your other runs and like start ablating on a new hyperparameter. Dude, that'd be so cool. We gotta do it. I gotta do that now. Okay, that's not gonna be the initial thing, but holy hell is that gonna be great. Is triple triad frozen? Nah, the runs are long. I don't know why they're so long. It shouldn't be. It should find shorter ones. We'll see. This is sweet. Okay, we got 2 new experiments going. They do train at 1 million steps per second, but carbs is allowed to explore more expensive hyperparameters. So if you crank update epochs, right? If you crank update epochs, you crank down the number of environments, then the steps per second goes down. Carbs gets charged for this. It's paying budget for this. The only thing is in the first like 10 experiments that Carbs runs, it doesn't get charged because it's allowed to just randomly sample hyperparameters. But as soon as the Carbs portion kicks in, it starts paying for expensive hyperparameters. So this is just the initialization. And we're going to have some tweaks on this, right? We can tweak it so that the random parameters are cheaper at the start. It's not a fully finished algorithm yet. I mean, this is literally, I did this in 1 day. 1 day for this awesome algorithm. So yeah. I'm gonna have some AC guys over in a bit, so I'm probably gonna just call the morning stream as soon as that happens. Yeah, this is working. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Okay, so we got two more of these on. We're going to want to benchmark all of the ocean environments with neocarbs, and that will get us really high quality baselines, way better than we have at the moment, which will be important. This will get us test data for neocarbs, and this will be great. So I think what we're going to do is just over the next few days, I'm going to keep running these various experiments and tweaking things here and there, and then I'm going to work on client stuff and like lab stuff. I think I got a meeting with NYU in a few hours on what we can do to help with GPU drive there. And other than that, we're probably going to do robot stuff at the moment, or like sim stuff, probably Isaac Jim things. Have they paid me yet? Hold on. They were supposed to pay. It's my phone. I'll check this later. Yo, Noah, I owe you a code review. I got AC guys coming in a second. When is a good time to do code review for you? I'm on Eastern time zone. Home today. As I'm ill. Feel better, man. Okay, cool. So I got AC guys coming in a bit. I'm gonna go for a little run. I think I should be back to be able to do this before I have a 1 p.m. meeting. I think I should be able to do it before then. If not, we'll do it in the afternoon. I gotta run right now. But yeah, let's plan on doing this today. I will review TCG. If everything checks out, we'll merge it. We'll get stuff going. We've got an awesome hyperparameter algorithm that we are, ready to try out to get policies training. I'll help with that stuff. Yeah, you've done some good work there, so I'm very, very happy to get that merged in, and that's a really cool environment. I'm gonna call the stream though for right now because I gotta go do a couple things, and I've got AC people over. Gotta get my little bit of exercise in as well. I'm still doing, the rehab from the pneumonia. Um, but yeah, I'll be back in a bit. I'll at you in the Discord a bunch, Noah, whenever I'm around. And then, if you see it, you see it. If you don't, you don't. I'll do it like several times throughout the day if you're, for whenever you're not around. Whenever you're around, all right? And we'll do a full code review for you, and we'll get stuff going on that. But for now, thanks, folks, and